that's it. Turn the page on the day, walk away. Cause there's sense in what I say. I'm 45th generation Roman, but I don't know them or care when I'm spitting. So return to your sitting position and listen, it's fitting. And I'm miles ahead and they chase me. Show your face on TV, then we'll see. You can't do half, my crew laughs at your rhubarb and custard verses. You rain down curses, but I'm waving your hearses driving by. Streets riding high with the beats in the sky. All stare, eyes glazed, garage burned down, the fire raged. For 40 days and in 40 ways. But through the blaze they see it fade. The sea of black, the beaming heat on their faces. Then a figure emerges from the wastage. Eyes transfixed with a piercing gaze. One hand clutching his sword raised to the sky. They wonder how, they wonder why. The sky turns white, it all becomes clear. They felt lifted from their fears. They shed tears in the light after 6 dark years. Young bold soldiers, the fire burns, cracks and smoulders. 5 years older and wiser. The fires are burning on fire, never tire. Slay warriors in the forests and on higher. We sing, hear the strings rising. The war's over, the bells ring. Memories fading, soldiers slaying. Looks like geezers raving. The hazy fog over the ball ring. The lazy ways the birds sing. A new baby's born every day. Few men may be scorned today, but look at things the other way, cause it may well be your final day. And then the crowds roar, they slay, they all say, I produce this using only my bare wit. Give me a jungle, a garage beat and admit defeat. Use war and past injuries, my metaphor and simile. Get all applications into me before the deadline, cause it's a fine line between strife for crimes and a life of crime. But you will reach the day, and it's all mine. You can take it or leave it. I shake and reveal stage tricks like Jimi Hendrix. In the afterlife, gladiators meet their maker. Float through the wheat fields and lakes of blue water to the next life from the fortress. Away from the knives and slaughter to their wives and daughters. Once more before the Lord judges over all of us. It's in this place you'll see me. Brace yourself, cause this goes deep. I'll show you the secrets, the sky and the birds. Actions speak louder than words. Stand by me, my apprentice. Be brave. Clench fists. If I want to sit in and drink super tenants in the day, I will. No one's gonna fucking tell me jack. But can you rely on anyone in this world? No, you can't. It's not my fault there's water empty cans. Everyone wanted this to all go wrong for me from the start. I've thought that a man's life can just be attacked. Watching this morning with a beer is much better than relying on them cunts for mates I was given that don't have my back. Scott texted me to say he'd have a look at the TV for me, but I laid it down, telling him to right off chap. Phoned this company out the yellow pages, told them to take away the TV, fix it quick snap. The next day they took away the TV, told me they would repair the little bit that's broken round on the back. I thought that'd be that, but the next bit was on top. This was where it all started to get a bit out of hand. No one gives a crap about Mike, that's why I'm acting nasty. You know what you can do with your life, introduce it up your jacksie. Cause no one gives a crap about Mike, that's why I'm acting nasty. You know what you can do with your life, introduce it up your jacksie. The TV man comes back later, knocks on mine to say he's found something in the back of the TV. I'm looking at me absolutely speechless, can't quite believe he's trying to pull this fucking stunt on me. I knew it was a simple case of a power supply gone on the back, but he's trying to tap me up for more money. He says it's not like that, and I'm like, die and stick up my 2 fingers and 1 more to make 3. And he says, don't talk to me like that, and I don't understand. My face is in his face, I tell him I understand perfectly. And he grabs my shirt and I grab his face with my hand. So he brings his fist up and twats me a good one on my cheek. And I'm trying to pull his head down so I can knee it, but he's got my ear. He's twisting it round so much it's really hurting me. And we both go down on the floor and he pushes my head back onto the corner of the fridge, which is total agony. Then he gets up and runs out of the kitchen and out of the door, shouting stuff to me, slamming his door, shouting to me. So here I am in my house, drinking on my own settee. Everyone's in it, it's like no one's there for me. No one gives a crap about Mike, that's why I'm acting nasty. You know what you can do with your life, introduce it up your jacksie. Cause no one gives a crap about Mike, that's why I'm acting nasty. You know what you can do with your life, introduce it up your jacksie. If I want to sit in and drink super tenets in the day, I will. No one's gonna tell me jack. But can you rely on anyone in this world? No, you can't. It's all my fault there's wall-to-wall empty cans. I sat in the kitchen all off, imagining over and over what they were all doing behind my back. Dodgy things going on, actions I regretted. A stained bottle with a pipe and tin foil on the mat. Scott texted me to say he'd have a look at the TV for me, and I felt like just telling him off this write-off chat. But what he said about wanting to do the right thing by both mates and then opting to stay out, it seemed to match. But I told him he could make it up by fixing the TV. He said that's the least he could do to square things flat. I thought that'd be that, but then the next bit was mad. This is where everything started to all turn back. The end of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was not meant to be is done. And this is the start of what was. He had to unscrew about 15 screws before he could pull the panel off the back to get in with everything. But just as he did so, he said he saw something that slipped inside behind the panel, down the back of it. Must have been some leaflets or a bill maybe. I didn't want to lose the bill in case it was a final warning. So we both tried to get the back off and work out if there are any more screws to get out or if we left any in. And when he looked down the back of the TV, his eyes just froze before he rammed his hand in, saying, "No issue." He's looking at me absolutely speechless. He can't quite believe what he's trying to pull out the slit. I get up wondering what he's smiling about. He's shaking his head at this point with the biggest of grins. I look down the back of the TV and that's where it was, in all its glory, my £1,000. End of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was not meant to be is done. And this is the start of what was. About 2 this afternoon, the last of the people left my house, cause they never stopped chatting till all the racket's gone. I really feel like things clicked into place at some point, or maybe it's the fact that me and Alison really got on. Or maybe it's that I realise that it is true. No one's really there fighting for you in the last garrison. No one except yourself, that is. No one except you. You are the one who's got your back to the last deed's done. Scott can't have my back to the absolute end. He's got to look out for what over his horizon. He's got to make sure he's not lonely, not broke. It's enough to worry about keeping his own head above. I shut the door behind me, huddled up in my coat, condensation floating off my Beth, squinted out the sun. My jeans felt a bit tight, I think I washed them too high. I was going to be late, so I picked up my pace to run. End of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was the start of what was. It's the end of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was not meant to be is done. And this is the start of what was. It's the end of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was not meant to be is done. And this is the start of what was. It's the end of something I did not want to end. Beginning of hard times to come. But something that was not meant to be is done. And this is the start of what was.